Hey everybody, this is Jansen. Hope everybody's having a great day today. All right, so I wanted to actually tell you guys something that I did the other day. I do several things where I help people a lot, and I look for different ways of helping people. I put people first, not organizations or business. I like to put people first, and everybody knows that. And they always see that I always try to do stuff to help everybody. So one of the things I did, and a lot of you guys don't know too much about my past. Some of you do. Some of you have been great friends for a very long time. But my mom passed away when I was 10, 11 years old. I always say that. I was really young at the time, of cancer. And when she died, I was always a mama's boy. And to me, that, meant a great deal. However, I've always thought about different ways because I've had other family members pass away in my life and everything else. So, what was some ways to help people and also, make sure that I can keep producing when I help people through my mom's name, through my grandparents' name, through my aunts and uncles' names and stuff like that. And I live outside the box. I'm the first to tell you that I am a little different than everybody else in my family. I talk a little bit more, I'm a little bit louder. Unlike everybody else joining the Army, I joined the Marine Corps. But one of the things is I love my family. And, my dad's always been there for me and everything else. And, I love my sister. And it's funny when people come up to me and they ask me about my sister, it's because she actually lives a distance away. But that's just because she lives a distance away that we don't get to see each other every day. And for a while, they thought that was weird because when she was in college, I was in high school, so she wasn't around home. So when she got out of college, I then was in the Marine Corps, then college, so I wasn't around home. And a lot of stuff I always thought about. And when I did stuff with horses and the fair, and when I do stuff with all the parades and everything else, I always try to help as many military men and women out as I can, truckers out as I can. But I was always have questioned myself on what I can do to put my mom's name on something that would make a difference. And then I thought about her doing her crafts and everything, and she used to love to bake and cook. And you guys all know that I bake and cook with my daughter, and I've even baked and cooked with my daughter's sister and everything, which I think of almost as my own child. And I look at my nephews and my sister and everybody, and I think, I got to keep my mom's name alive. And it's one of those things we don't have to do, but in today's world with technology and everything else, I found a way to do it. And so I went ahead and pulled the trigger yesterday. And one of the things that my mom was, she was a stay-at-home wife. And she always made brown bread. If you know anything about brown bread, it's probably one of the best things. My mom had all these recipes. I think my Aunt Jan has the majority of the recipes now. And my cousin Julie Allison, I think, or Julie, I forgot her last name. Anyway, I think they had the recipes, and my aunt slowly gets me different recipes and stuff like that were my mom's. My mom created her own recipes. She was an outstanding cook, an outstanding baker. It's just, she died very young in her life due to cancer. And one of the things I always want to do, and I see a lot of people struggling, is how can I help people in my mom's name? And so one of the things that I did yesterday was when I was on my GoDaddy site, I was like, we have an area, and I usually give about between 10 and 20% of my stuff back to helping cancer awareness, breast cancer. My mom didn't die of breast cancer, though, but it's still cancer, and it still kills people, and there are still survivors, which are awesome. So one of the things that I did, and one of the things our company always had, was a stay-at-home moms movement. And we like to help the moms that are at home with their kids. Now, some moms are single, some moms have jobs and everything else, but moms are heroes. And, it's funny, like military and everything else, everybody celebrates them on Mother's Day. Okay, but the problem is they work 365 every single day, just like men and women in the military, just like truck drivers, just like everybody else. And in case you're wondering why I'm stuffed up, I was messing with some Carolina Reaper a little bit ago, and I got it in my nose, and I am burning really bad in my nose right now because I sniffed it by mistake, and whew, man, people are going to think I'm... Anyway, so here's what I did. And Craig, Lonnie, how you guys doing today? I want to make sure I recognize a couple of my friends. And Craig knew who my mom was. Craig been one of my oldest friends forever. Lonnie, one of my newer friends. And, you know, think the world of Craig and Craig's entire family and everything. They're all great people. Love them to death. So if you ever get a chance, make sure to say hi to Craig Mudd for me. And make sure to say Lonnie and go visit Potter's Thrift Store over in Augusta, which is outside of Plymouth. But this is where I'm going with this. So I look at what I do, and I look at how much I give back, and I was thinking to myself, you know what? What if I took and I was able to help out mothers, more mothers? And what if I took whatever my income from that would be and were to put it back into helping more mothers? You know, I'm not as focused sometimes, and I do things all over the board. And I lose train of thought to where I start doing like 5, 10, 15, 20 different things at once because it's who I am. But I always go back to, you know, my mom. And what if I were to help people that are moms? And a lot of people, they look at me like I do business all the time. I do identity theft and legal and everything else. But they don't know that it's because I'm able to help people. I help more people than what I bring in. And I like it like that. And so I created a new website, or I created a new thing to where it's called JEFFJANSEN.com. And it is solely focused on the mother of all mothers. It's for mothers, put up by mothers. Now, we have a Ladies of Justice, but that falls underneath my daughter, GracieStapp.com. But PatJansen.com is to focus my efforts in a certain area, and once again going into a specialty area to help as many moms as possible, and then take whatever comes out of that and put towards cancer, put towards different, you know, functions that I do, if you know all the different groups I'm in. Sometimes I have to take back from some of the groups because, like I said, individuals come first, and I've done that before. I'm not going to lie, I've done that before. I did it because there are some people that need money immediately and right away, and if I have it, I will. They you know, people have to come first. And I know that if something were to happen to my dad or my daughter or my nephews or my sister, or my brother-in-law or my brother-in-law's family, you know, I would do whatever it took to be there for them at all times. Even my neighbors, I love my neighbors. My neighbors are family to me. And of course, my Marine Corps brothers and sisters. So for all moms out there, you guys have heard me talk about truckguy.org, and you guys have heard me talk about military, so lsmil.com, and you've heard me talk about truckerls.com. And these are all specialty areas where I help people. But I needed something where I could give back 100% of what I do. And so what I want to do now, and like I said, if things have to keep producing, that means people have to work, and people have to do something with it. So 10 minutes a day or 2 hours a day, I was like, you know what? For a mother, you know, having a little bit of downtime, doing something other than working with the kids. And I was talking to a friend of mine, Nikki, the other day, and stay-at-home mom and everything, wonderful fiance, and she just kind of get tired. And I was like, well, what if you were able to do maybe focus on for a few minutes, you know, take it. She goes, you know what? That actually would be a great stress relief. And I pondered this for a very long time to put my mom's name out there, because I know that it's one of those things to where what can you do? And so this is what I'm going to do. I want all those mothers out there to go to patjansen.com and take a look at our mothers movement. We have a stay-at-home mom movement, and it's called patjansen.com. I will type it on here right now. And I want you to take a look. Don't put www, just put Pat Jansen. I'm going to put it on here. I'm typing it in right now. PatJansen.com. PatJansen.com. And what I'm doing is I'm making an area that I can be proud of. I'm proud of all the different things I do already in helping people. But I'm trying to make an area that's specifically designed with my mom's name on it, that helps people that did exactly what she did. She was a stay-at-home mom that baked and did crook crafts, and, you know, to me that was awesome. And I never want to lose who she is. And you're right. There's a lot of people, my friends and family, that died, and I'm always trying to find a way to do things for them. But since I do business all the time, and I have business cards, and I have websites, and I'm always doing stuff, this is what I wanted to do with that. So her name is Pat Jansen. She was formerly Pat Kuhn of Marie and John Kuhn over on 1209 North 10th Street across from St. John's. They're all Catholic family. But my mom, she's going to live with me in my mind for the rest of my life, so I want to do something to benefit that. And so it's going to be called PatJansen.com. Anyway, thanks everybody. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get off here real quick, and then we've got some giveaways, and then we've got some stuff going on that I want to show you guys. And as I'm doing a little bit of work, and we are actually giving some stuff away. So my next one is the giveaways, that I've got all kinds of fun stuff. So I will talk to everybody very, very soon.